let's look at page 2 of our study guide. So we're continuing on with classifying our triangle as acute, right, or obtuse, but remember you have to make sure it is a triangle first. So add the two smaller sides and make sure it is greater than your largest side. So 3 plus 15 is 18. So what we have here is 18 is greater than 18. Since this is a false statement, we can say that we do not have a triangle. Number 10, let's check and see if we have a triangle. The two smaller sides added together should be greater than the larger. So that's going to give us 37 is greater than 28. Okay, so we have a triangle. Now let's see what kind of triangle. So we'll have c squared compared to a squared plus b squared. So we have 28 squared is 784. Now 16 squared is 256, and 21 squared is 441. Let's add those two together, and you'll get 697. 784 is greater than 697, so that gives us an obtuse triangle. Okay, let's move on to our special right triangle relationships. Now, if you have a 45, 45, 90, remember this is an isosceles triangle. That means it has to have two congruent sides because you have two congruent base angles. So across from your 45s are your two congruent sides. Now the relationship on those will be x and x. Now across from your 90-degree angle, you'll have x square roots of 2. With the 30, 60, 90, this one is of course scalene because of the three different angle measurements. Across from the 30-degree angle, since it's the smallest angle, you'll have the smallest side. Across from your 60-degree angle, this is your middle angle or your largest leg, so you'll have x square roots of 3. And your hypotenuse, being the largest side, will be 2x. Just remember the two congruent sides in a 45, 45, 90 helps you remember you need radical 2. And the three different sides in a 30, 60, 90 helps you remember that you need radical 3. So looking at number 11, I see I've got 45, 45, 90. So across from the 45-degree angles are my congruent sides. So from the pattern x and x square roots of 2, my legs are going to equal 5. So I know that this is 5. Now take that 5 and put it where the x is, and that's going to give us 5 square roots of 2, and that's going to be my hypotenuse. So my leg is 5 and my hypotenuse is 5 square roots of 2. On number 12, I have a 30, 60, 90. Now notice I have the measurement across from the 90. So my pattern is x square roots of 3, and 2x. So since I have the measurement across from my 30-degree angle, that's going to be my side, x equals 9. Plug in x equals 9 here, and you'll get 9 square roots of 3. Plug in 9 here, and you'll get 2 times 9, which is 18. So across from my 60-degree angle, I've got 9 square roots of 3, and across from my 90, I've got 18. So x is 18 here, and y is 9 square roots of 3. Remember, the x in the pattern is not always the x in the triangle. So number 13, we have another 30-degree angle, 30, 60, 90. And so looking at this measurement, I see that I have the hypotenuse. So my pattern is x square roots of 3, and 2x. So I have the 2x this time. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to get x equals 11. Then plug it in and you'll get 11 square roots of 3. So across from the 30-degree angle, we have x, which is 11. Across from the 60, we have x square roots of 3, which is 11 square roots of 3. So on our triangle, the 60 is x and the 30 is y. All right, on number 14, we have a 45, 45, 90. So across from our 45s, we see x and y. Those are our legs. So my pattern is x and x square roots of 2. Now, if you'll notice, you have x square roots of 2 equals 16. So let's divide both sides by the square root of 2. One thing that we know is we cannot leave a radical in the denominator, so we'll rationalize it by multiplying the denominator over itself. So we have 16 times the square root of 2, which is just that. Then we have the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is the square root of 4. Now we know the square root of 4 is equal to 2. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify 16 and 2, 2 into 2 and 2 into 16, and that gives me 8 square roots of 2. So both of my legs are equal to 8 square roots of 2. Number 15, I've got a 30, 60, 90. So the measurement that I have is across from my 60-degree angle. So my pattern is x square roots of 3, and 2x. Okay, and again, I've got x square roots of 3 is 42. So I'm going to go down here, so I'll have a little bit more space. X square roots of 3 is equal to 42. Let's divide both sides by the square root of 3. Now, that leaves me with 42 over the square root of 3. Don't try to divide those because 42 is out of the radical and 3 is in the radical. So let's multiply by the denominator over itself, and we get x equals 42 times the square root of 3, and then 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so looking at this, we see that we can simplify 3 and 42, and that'll give me 14 square roots of 3 for my x. And so if I multiply that times 2, 2 times 14 is 28 square roots of 3. Okay, so across from my 30, I've got 14 square roots of 3, and across from my 90, I've got 28 square roots of 3. So my last problem here is another 45, 45, 90. Okay, so I know these two are congruent. So across from my hypotenuse, I have 19 square roots of 2. So my pattern is x and x square roots of 2. So I have x square roots of 2 is equal to 19 square roots of 2. So solve for x, and you get x is 19, which will be your two legs, x and y.